How do we achieve the visions that we set out for our life? I've yet to meet a person who has no vision for their life. I'm thoroughly convinced that everybody has got a vision. It's just about making the vision come true. People have these lofty ideas, and I wonder how many people, when they get later on in life, have them as regrets and not as visions. I really wanted to get that pilot's license. I really wanted to get that degree. And these visions sort of come and they go. So we're going to talk a bit today about how to make sure that a vision actually comes true. Here's a little analogy about a hot air balloon. Imagine a hot air balloon, beautiful multicolored hot air balloon with a basket under it. But it's been cut free and it's just floating aimlessly into the heavens. And eventually it'll just disintegrate and it'll be gone. That's what happens to some people's visions. They have this vision and it just floats away from them. Imagine the second picture of a hot air balloon with a beautiful basket under it, but it's tethered to the ground and there's a ladder going from the ground up to the balloon. So in other words, you can actually get into the balloon because it's anchored. Now that's really the kind of vision we want. Someone said the first one is like a dream, but the other one is like a vision. And a vision is a dream that's got a ladder attached. And if we know how to get to our vision, there's no greater reward than seeing it fulfilled. Someone once said that the definition of happiness is the gradual realization of a worthy goal. It's worth repeating. Happiness is the gradual realization of a worthy goal. So that worthy goal, that vision you want to get to, you get happier and happier the closer that you get to it. So let's look at 4 points. Number one, you need to make sure that you are connected to the vision in your heart and in your mind. I hear people that have lots of dreams, but it's kind of nebulous. It's out there. Oh, one day I want to be rich and one day I want to do this. I hear some people saying, Murray, I want to be debt-free. That is my vision for the next year of my life. I got myself into a lot of debt. Our company went under, and my vision is to get debt-free. Now, when people do that, they have a clear connection in their heart and mind. In fact, they're passionate. They wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and they're writing a list of another thing that they need to do. So point number one, make sure that you are connected in your mind and heart with this vision. Number two, list all the actions or goals that are going to get you to this vision. And we're going to break this into 2 parts. So A is you want to list the high level. So let me use this example of getting out of debt. A person who wants to list the high level actions of getting out of debt might do things like this. Number one, I've got to write down that I have to go and negotiate with my creditors. Number two, I have to go and cut my budget by 10%. Number three, I have to go and pay off my credit cards by 20% within the next 6 months. So that's kind of high-level action. But you're writing them down and you're saying to yourself, if I do these things, fulfill these steps, will I be able to, is that getting me up the ladder to the vision? And if the answer is yes, then you can get out of debt. The second part is you now want to break that down into more sizable chunks, little bits. Someone actually said, how do you eat an elephant? They said you eat it one elephant burger at a time. So here are the little elephant burger parts. So for example, as a sub-goal, you might say under that bigger point of negotiating with your creditors, you might write down, I need to list all my creditors. I need to prioritize the top 3 creditors that I need to go and see first. Another action you write down under negotiating with your creditors, you might say, I need to go and organize to meet with them face-to-face and go and present my case to them and negotiate. You could have more. But once you got this list, you can now transfer your list to the all-important diary. Remember, any vision in the world was only accomplished because people had a diary. They had a list that they diarized into time, one step ahead of the other. The third thing that you've got to do in terms of your vision and making it come true is you have to review it regularly. When you start going off course, make sure you don't go off course for long. So some people will do check-ins on a weekly basis or monthly, but at worst, quarterly. But make sure that you give review periods to say, wow, I let that slide, I procrastinated here, pick it back up again, give yourself a bit of a smack on the side of the head and say, come on, get back into the game and give it 110%. The fourth part of this is to say, reward yourself. When you've climbed up the mountain, even halfway, sit down and say, well done. Maybe you want to get yourself a little gift or do something that you said you were going to do, go to that spa, whatever it is. And once you've done that, you're able to say, I'm at least a quarter of the way to my goal. Enjoy the reward and then keep climbing. 4 very simple tips to make sure that your dreams come true and don't turn into regrets later in life.